my classroom folder. I am a medium-high control personality, and thus will be a medium-high control teacher. Some of the things that are important to me that happen in my classroom are I want it to be a win-win situation for everybody. I want the classroom to be a safe and secure place. I follow the gifted and talented mantra that each student deserves a year's growth each year. I would like to provide my students, if they don't already have it, with a thirst for knowledge that will carry them throughout their lives. My philosophy, as I stated, is a medium-high. The philosophers that I found that I agreed with most were William Glasser and Spencer Kagan. They, in the book, are medium. William Glasser talks about creating a plan with the student and having the teacher help the student follow through with their plan. Spencer Kagan talks about helping students meet their needs through responsible and non-disruptive behavior. And then he talks about developing long-term life skills, helping the student develop long-term life skills. Here I want the students and the teacher to create the rules together. Some of my roles as a teacher are to stay in control of my emotions, to keep the students safe, and to make the classroom functional, comfortable, and inviting place to be. Some of the students' roles are to come to school ready to learn, to treat everyone with respect, and to do their best most of the time. For my democracy, I feel that as students find their voice and develop their belief systems, they learn to treat others that have a different voice respectfully, and that's important in my classroom. I want everyone to have classroom jobs. Here I want students to have choices in assignments that they're doing. Here we have a classroom meeting going on with a student class president, and the students are developing student leadership skills by taking turns being class president. And here I show that the students all have a voice. They're listening to each other. They're being civil. They are self-governing themselves and using good behavior. Here the teacher is sitting off to the side, listening and observing what's happening in the class, in the meeting. Motivation. In the book it talked about 4 steps to motivation, and I don't remember where I read it, but I read that the majority of discipline problems are avoided if the classroom is motivated. The first step to motivation is interest, having the children be curious about what they're learning and keeping that curiosity up. Here we have a teacher that's giving a lesson about math, and she's talking about how much it costs for dolls and how much it costs for books and adding that together. And here we see that a student is thinking to himself, Christmas is coming. If I wanted to get my little sister a book, I know how much it costs. Or if I want to get my baby sister a doll, I know how much that's going to cost. This is really relevant. I can really use this. And hopefully the rest of the classroom is feeling that way too, and which is the second step to motivation. And here we have a student that's having a hard time understanding the principle or the concept, and so he goes to his teacher with expectancy, the third step, and knows that he can get help and knows that he's in control of his education and his learning because he is expectant to be in control and be able to learn. Here we see that student got the help he needed, and he feels satisfaction because he understood and was able to succeed on the assignment. And here we see that the teacher is giving him a book at the end of the year because he worked really hard this year. So I do want to use extrinsic rewards in my classroom. This, I feel, will provide a lot of intrinsic rewards, with the classroom feeling successful and learning together and feeling joy in the journey of learning. Here I have my rules and procedures. I've only listed a few because I do want the classroom to come up with the majority of the rules themselves. These are the ones that I would want to have included if they don't include. And then how will we make that happen? We'll have a classroom meeting and we'll talk about what do these rules mean to you? How does it look? How will we do them? What should we do if everybody's following the rules? What are some positive consequences? What are some negative consequences if somebody breaks the rules? On this one, I feel I'm sure that I will need to be watchful of that one because they will probably be a lot harder on themselves than I would be. So I need to make sure that this is appropriate. Over here we've got procedures. I will establish a positive rapport with my students by having a structured classroom as they know what to expect, so that they know what to expect all the time. And I will listen to students while they're using good behavior and while they're using poor behavior. I feel that's very important so that they can be heard. Some of the procedures that I listed here are lining up for dismissal, going to the bathroom, and quick finishers. There's order in all that I want to do. All of these have to do with order. I'm just going to talk about quick finishers. Some of the students are going to get done fast, and in order to stay motivated, they need something to do. So I'm going to let them get a book out, get paper out, draw. I will have games, puzzles for them to do, like Sudoku puzzles or crossword puzzles, things like that, that they can do available to them so that they can get those if they don't have a book or if they don't like to draw. They can do those things. For interventions, I listed the interventions: mild, medium, and severe. And I use situational responses to the mild, and I've used medium or mild response, verbal mild responses for the medium, and moderate responses for the severe, as you see here. For bullying, I hope that I would respond to bullying in a very positive way and use that as a teaching moment for all of us, for the students involved and for the class, and for me also. I want to help the student that feels like he needs to bully learn positive ways of getting what he wants, getting his needs met, so that he knows that he doesn't have to do it that way. Okay, then here is my classroom map. So the students will come in here. They can put their books, their backpacks and their coats and their boots here, their lunches. There's a drinking fountain here. They'll sit here. The whiteboards are right here. They'll be able to switch places every week or so that they're not always facing away from the whiteboard, but they'll be able to trade with their classmates. Here's a rug for our classroom meetings and for reading time. These bookshelves are filled with books, and I want to have plants along here, and there's a plant here. That will help those students who enjoy the outdoors and plants, and it'll give us, we'll have a place that we can put seeds when we have a lesson on, a science lesson, we can plant some seeds. My desk is right here. I have a table here for arts and crafts. The arts and crafts supplies will be here. The school supplies will be here. Students will be able to access those as they need them. I have a whiteboard here. I think that I'm going to move that one over here for small classroom or for small group instruction. And then right here we have the computers. And then here I have my classroom description in more detail. Here is my philosophy paper, and then I've got I included my democratic paper and my motivation paper, and then here I have my my interventions. Thank you very much.